Um, I guess main topic of today is just going to be about. This is really bad lighting. Um, anyway, sorry. I think today is probably more about morals for me. It's been a very moralistic day, where my boundaries are, because they say every 7 years you change almost entirely as a person, at least on average. And I didn't realize that if I really think about it, it's been well over 7 years since I've gone through any big changes. Kind of good to reevaluate, you know what I mean? Kind of good to keep a better mental track of the person I am. Because they say that the thoughts turn into actions, and if I'm thinking positively, I probably feel more positively. If I'm ignoring garbage and bullshit and fear and hate and all that, then probably wouldn't have a problem. I'd probably be a lot better off. I learned the hard way that the best place to start is to kick off bad habits, get them away from you, kick them somewhere else entirely away. Whether it just be smoking weed or cigarettes, it's not the point. It could be just a whole number of things. It could just be the feeling of how it is to procrastinate, and it may be good, but that doesn't mean you should do it. Just because it's easier to do that doesn't mean it's the best route. Just because it's different to sit and not do doesn't mean you should not do. I've been learning the hard way that nothing's really going to be what it seems, but it doesn't mean you can't comprehend it. I'm learning the hard way that no matter how hard you push, no matter how hard you try, sometimes you may not succeed. But that's not the point. The point is you fucking tried. So I'm going to keep making an effort. I'm going to keep posting videos. I'm going to keep speaking my mind and in hopes that I can attract more people. Because I would love to have this as a career. I would love to spread more of a positive message towards people. Probably start some sort of a gaming channel even. I've had some thought about that for a while. Only because I like a lot of people play video games so much. But I don't know. It really all depends on where it goes. I hope and my faith is put into 1 year from now. 1 year from now. See if this is all the same. Probably go back and watch this video and see what exactly it means to me then compared to now. Because the past other few times that I've looked at my past self and realized, oh, I was such a douche and so on and so forth, and it's all just an effort to keep getting better. Gotta remember that. You can only get better. You can't get worse. You can't fail unless you let yourself. You can't attract what feels best if you're not going for it. You can't just think this and that and then not put any effort. You'll never make it. That's what sucks, is that we can't just create. We have to put more effort than that. We can't just. There it is. You gotta envision it. You gotta support it. You gotta feel it. And then you gotta keep it. Then you gotta make sure it goes nowhere unless you tell it to. Because it's your dream. It's your passion. Pursue it. It's the best possible advice I can give right now. I've been going through a few different bouts of different kinds of depression and anxiety and stress and stuff. That's not the point, but the point is I recover. Can always recover. No matter what is said or done, until death, I guess, strikes. There's always a good chance to come back. And even when death is staring you in the face, it doesn't mean you're going to die. There's so many people, including myself, that have survived things that they shouldn't have. I have survived more than one near-death experience. One of the main ones, the most recent, I was about 15. I was trying to get home. It was probably like well past curfew, and I was on my bike, and I'm pedaling my freaking tits off. But there was a man going 30, it was like 30, 35. He was only supposed to go 20 anyway, but I didn't see him because I was in a rush. My only thought was to get across the street to keep going. But I see the headlights, and I had somehow had enough reaction time to not get my legs smashed between my bike and the front grill. But in doing that, it catapulted me well over 10 feet, and then it rolled another 5. But I only came out with a bump on my head and a scratch on my elbow. No damage, no internal bleed, nothing. Just those outer nicks. That was it. That proved to me many things that day. 1, I need to pay attention more. 2, I should probably make sure I meet deadlines. And 3, honestly, I don't know. That's more up to debate. That's not all me. It's never usually all just one person until it comes down to them being completely alone. And I learned that through going sober and clearing through a lot of things in my life that I probably should have months ago. I had given thought to doing this so long ago, and I'm just now finding the passion to even begin. I think it's only because part of me wanted to be older. Part of me knew that I wasn't quite where I felt was necessary. And so I strived and I pushed and I just made a nice effort to keep moving, to keep thinking, to keep using my brain, and to keep remembering as much of the truth as I can about any situation, about any subject, about any part of me, and not letting the littlest white lies get in the way, not letting denial show up. No matter how hard you try, you'll always know when you're lying to yourself. No matter how hard you try and put it out or smoke it away or drink it down, it's still going to be there. It's because you're supposed to deal with it. I learned that the hard way. I learned that in a way that I never thought was possible. But through going sober, through cleaning up my act a lot more, through a lot of emotional experiences, I learned that not always going to know the best route. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be the best possible situation. You just have to make do and get out of it and get better. You have to dig it up and find it for yourself. I don't know. Starting to, though. Either way, I guess the overall moral is you can tell yourself what you want to do, but until you do anything about it, you're never going to get anything done. So here's me starting. A day early, too. I was going to do Tuesdays and Fridays, but I'm probably going to do more or less like maybe more of a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I don't know. Probably won't do it every day because I'm going to try and make more of an effort to get a job. Then keep faith strong in myself and keep building. I hope we all do. Because we can all do more and we can all do better. But it doesn't just take one if we're all going to do something. It takes all of us.